is like a dream come true. I never thought, at one point of time, I thought like I will not finish. And at one point of time, I felt like giving up. And at one point of time, I even thought why I started. Those are the many thoughts that took me along the journey. But one thing that I really want to testify is the goodness of God. I have started with good faith in the Lord, and in Philippians, as it says, he who began a good work in you will take it to the day of completion, till the Lord Jesus Christ comes. So that verse keep on pricking me and helping me to move on. After I finished my MDiv, I never thought of continuing my studies, because I thought MDiv is enough to be in the ministry and to do God's work. And I happened to go to one of my friend's house, and then she has a grandma, and she said, "Oh, grandma is here, let's go and pray with her." I said, "Okay." She's one of my best friends in MDiv, so she took me, and then we went there, and then we prayed. And this grandma is illiterate. She prayed for us, and I don't know, she prayed in her mother tongue, so I didn't means in Lotha. She's a Lotha tribe, so I couldn't understand what she was praying. But after her prayer, what she said shocked me, because she said, "I see you, a doctor." And I said, "Doctor?" I asked her. She said, my friend was saying, "Grandma, doctor, she is studying in theological line, right?" She was saying like that, but she said, "Yeah, I think she's doctor. She will become a doctor." And then I was laughing in my heart. Maybe she is thinking I am studying a medical doctor. In one point of time, I was laughing in my heart, and then my friend said, "Oh, my grandma can discern something." And that was maybe 20 years back, long time back, maybe 15 years back. And then I never thought I would pursue my studies till then, and I was laughing in my heart, and I told my friend, why she saw me as a doctor? Maybe she was thinking that I'm studying medical or what? She said, "No, I think maybe you are going to go for further studies. Who knows?" And then I said, "Oh, yeah, maybe, who knows in the future, but right now my heart and mind is not ready." That was the time. But anyway, I really thank God that through all this journey, God has predestined, from before. Someone has said that you will become a doctor. So it's not the medical doctor, but the DR in doctor in missiology. So I really thank God for those women of God, men of God, who kept on praying for me. And today I'm here with all the prayers who have been supporting me, and my church back at home, my families, my husband, everyone who were supporting me in prayers. So I'm here because of the prayers today. And not forgetting SNPC family, financially supporting me, as well as prayerfully and morally encouraging me. So I just want to thank the Lord in the first hand. So this is the paper. I think most of the Naga students will understand. I hope, yeah. So, but for other people, I think it will be a little bit difficult. It's contextualized, so you can understand. But still, you will, the student of Nagaland will understand more than the people who are from other countries. My study, my study is on a study on the interdenominational collaboration of the Nagaland churches for missions. It's as the missions. I'm still reviewing my paper, and I'm supposed to submit on 25th. My review paper, so I was very hurry in working, and I haven't articulated well for this day, because suddenly we have to change with someone's schedule. So I would apologize if I couldn't articulate well, but if you have any questions after this, you can, just for inquiry, you can ask me. That is what I wanted to say. Okay, the introduction. This is collaboration has been an essential aspect of human interaction since ancient times. We all know that. Throughout the history, humans have recognize the power of working together towards common goals. Even in the Bible, we see the Tower of Babel. They were coming together to build a tower, right? Because they know that working together and building the tower will help them. Likewise, in the context of Nagaland, the necessity of and significance of collaboration in mission endeavors takes on a heightened importance. It's very important since Nagaland is faced with challenges and opportunities that demand concentrated efforts from various churches, denominations, and communities to effectively address mission goals. Therefore, while collaboration itself is not new to the world or to any other country, its application and emphasis in Nagaland represents a new frontier that requires focused attention and commitment to achieve meaningful outcomes in mission work for global impact. So this is one thing that I want to say. What I've been doing is I've been working on collaboration among the different Naga denominations. We have Baptist, we have Revival, Christian Revival, we have AG, we have Pentecost, we have Catholic as well, and all these denominations. So I've been talking about collaborating together for collaborations, for mission. So I wanted to take a note where the initial thing took place when William Carey was the first person, the next slide, was the first person to think of missionary cooperation in the mission field and purpose cooperation among missionaries on worldwide scale in 1810. He initiated that on 1810. His proposal was rejected. However, he decided to gather missionary societies and the church organization for a city-level missionary conference in India. So he started to gather the mission bodies, interdenominational mission bodies. Eventually, after 100 years, there was finally a conference at Edinburgh 1910, which addressed missional cooperation on a global scale. How many years it took? 100 years. Some people say, oh, this is not applicable. We are divided. We work in a different way. So it is not applicable. So some people openly rejected that. But since he started small gatherings and then Christian bodies to come together for mission work, because there were confusion in the mission field and all these things, so he decided to do. And because of this initiation, now we see Lausanne movement also can be seen, and all the collaboration that is taking place in the world. Yeah, the thesis statement. I couldn't put on my PPT, sorry. My thesis statement is, this thesis statement mainly focuses on study that emphasize the role of Naga churches' mission in promoting collaboration across denominations and their larger impact on the global community. So, in line to what William Carey said, now in Naga Research Center, we talk about collaboration. We talk about, okay, we have to work together. I have come across books that has been saying along the way they are talking about mission work, but along the way they are suggesting, okay, if we come together and work together, it will be great. Like some 1-2 lines or not even one paragraph of commenting on those about collaboration. But a special research has not been done in this line. So I have, with that, I have come to know that this research is needed in our Naga context, especially in our context, and it will be helpful for our Naga missionaries as well as for the future scholars and the future missionaries. So with that, I decided to write on this topic. So the scope of the study is, this research creates positive awareness of the communicative platform and the importance of having communication for mutual learning and growth. In addition, it was crucial to have all consultation and meetings on the same platform to promote better understanding among the mission teams. Similarly, the attitude of sharing and encouraging one another will help minimize the attitude of competition and foster a collaborative environment. There are many scopes that we see in studying this talking about this collaborative platform, and I wanted to and the second point is the study aims to provide an in-depth analysis of the denominational churches in Nagaland. Nagaland is situated in a strategic place for mission. Being surrounded by many major religions, it has great opportunity to evangelize them. And not only that, it has an opportunity to the access to evangelize the Hindu-dominated people. Therefore, if the problem of denominational division is addressed, there is great potential for mission work. And this study also examined each denominational causes of formation, the nature of mission work, and their objectives, vision, and challenges. This research will help the churches to grow more aware about the effectiveness of growing together. Further, it outlines the significant gap between the churches' association and denomination in recognizing each other's mission work and strategies for efficient propagation. Now, I wanted to go to my methodology. So, since our pastor, Professor Corella was also mentioning about we are more towards oral talking, and then we don't really like reading and all these things. Even in Nagaland, we are also very good in oral things like communicating things. So when I was about to start my research, I found out that grounded theory in qualitative research will be the best methodology for my research, because we have books, but we have less books on collaborative platform. So in order to understand, or in order to draw the challenges and opportunities of this thing, I interviewed 22 mission leaders and from different denominations, like comprising Baptist, Revival, and AG. Because along the way, when I was researching, I found out that many denominations are there, but these three denominations are particularly doing mission work to other nations and other neighboring states. So I decided to take particularly these three denominations in my studies and interview these people. These are the people who are denominational leaders and mission coordinators and mission board members, and those who are involved in mission activities for at least 5 to 10 years or more than that. So this especially regarding grounded theory, qualitative research on grounded theory, we used to bring out the data from the interviews. Since there are less resources and materials that I can find, these people become a good resource for me to develop my theory. So this is the percentage of the denominations in Nagaland. There are 5 denominations noted for their percentage. Baptist 70%, CRC, that is Nagaland Christian Revival Church, that is 12%, Catholic 9%, minor denomination 7%, and other denomination 2%. We have AG as well, but the percentage, I couldn't get the percentage. So these are the questions that I ask in my research. The question of this research is following: how the Naga denomination church leaders perceive the challenges and opportunities for interdenomination collaboration in their cross-cultural missions. 1. What are the present challenges of denominational mission board in Nagaland? 2. What are the concerns for a Naga mission common platform to be feasible? 3. What category, present, future leaders or young generation of people could be targeted to make common platform possible? 4. Is there a possibility of collection of missionary data from different denominations? State the reason of positive and negative responses. 5. What role should the Naga collaboration mission play if established? How far have we been or we will be able to impact the global world through our Naga mission? These are the main questions that I asked in my interview. However, this is I opted for a semi-structural interview, so I have many sub-points according to the interviews that I make with them. If I feel like I need to ask more or know more about what he or she is referring, I had sub-questions points to get more answers from them. So those are not specified here. So after interviewing for the 22 missionaries and mission board leaders, this is the grounded theory that I found. This is the table. A grounded theory is a theory that goes with the coding. Like it has to go with 3 codings, like open coding, exile coding, and selective coding. So with this method, I try to compare and contrast, compare the data, and then iteratively bring out these codings. So these are the codings that I found out, and I will just read through once. In grounded theory, I started with the data-driven project. So there are 22 the interviews on transcript. Like whatever I interviewed, I recorded and I transcript, and it's in front of me like a book, like one interview, 2 interview, 3 interviews. So 22 interviews were there. So it's like 22 books for me. So with that interview, I started to do the comparison and bring codings, that lines that are codes that are command, and I bring out the open coding first. This data is the primary source for developing theories. The 3 processes of coding from the interviews were analyzed as collected. The first process was the open coding that was derived directly from the transcript. I engaged in the process of constant comparison to identify patterns and commonalities. So there are patterns and commonalities that I have to compare and take it out. Further concepts emerged from the data. I categorized them into 38 open codings. So now these open codings are, first I took the data and categorized it, and then again I made it into 38 open codings. And from the 38 open codings, following the open codings, the concepts were refined and developed subsequent data analysis. So from this open coding, through this process, the 11 exile coding emerged from the open coding. So now from this open coding, this second exile coding emerged. That is 11th exile coding. And from the exile coding, as I iteratively analyze and compare data, they move beyond mere description. Finally, selective coding emerged through the data that strive to develop a cohesive and comprehensive theory that explains the phenomenon under study. In the final process, I discovered 3 selective coding that became the theory of my research. The structure of this chapter mirrors that. So this becomes my selective coding. This becomes my final theory, and the final theory is. The question is, the big question is, How do the Naga churches denominational leaders perceive the challenges and opportunity for interdenomination collaboration in the cross-cultural missions, right? So, the Naga denomination church leader perceive that there are 4 bearers of collaboration and 3 factors required for collaboration and 4 functions purpose for collaboration. So this is the grand theory that I found. So now with this theory, I have to explain, right? From here, I will explain this one, and then this I have to go and explain this one. So that becomes my finding chapter. So this is the introduction of this study. Second one, the method and introduction to this study, the methodology. The second content. So the methodology, this is the methodology part. It's all from the grounded theory methodology part. And then third is the Chronicle of Naga Church's mission. So from here, I discuss about the analysis of Naga mission movement that is going on, and the denominational analysis and the development of Naga churches. And the literature review, I did collaboration in the Protestant mission, international collaboration, interdenominational collaboration, and literature related to collaboration, discussions related to collaboration approach, studies on collaboration among the Naga churches, mission as the common ground for denominations. So literature review I did on these topics. And the next, theological basis for research. So these are the theological basis that is related to collaboration, Trinitarian theology, theological anthropology, ecclesiology, missiology, mission day, and eschatology, unity of the body, eschatology as future body. And okay, next. And this is the research finding. So I discussed the research finding in three subheadings. Bearers of collaboration, I did it B4, and requirement of the collaboration F3, and functions purpose for collaboration this should be F4. Sorry, F4. So the theory, in order to make it little bit attractive, my theory is BFF. So it's B4, B4, F3, and F4. So that is my theory, just for to bring the attention to know more about my theory. Okay, let's go to the next. This is a missiological implication. So in this chapter, I discuss the Naga mission implication with my literature review and with my findings, and then I discussed here in this chapter. So the number 1, identify bearers for B4 and transformation of collaboration. So in this I will just try to make a short in these these 3 things. I will just try to discuss a little bit. Identify bearers and transformation of collaboration. Identifying a bearer is one step. If we identify a problem, if we diagnose, if someone is sick, okay, if someone is sick, we go to the doctor. And when we go to the doctor, until and unless we diagnose the sickness, we are not able to give right medicine. So identifying the bearers is one step closer to collaboration. So that's why I discussed the identifying the bearers and transformation of collaboration here in the first section. So the Naga church leaders are saying we have problem. There are 4 problems. What are the 4 problems? The 4 problems is they are saying we have issues at home, domestic issues. That is all. I'm sure not only Naga churches but others also have domestic issues. Like we have issues at home. Okay, what is that? Division. Issues at home like competition and lack of biblical theology, or lack absence of collaboration among the denomination, and trying to build our own kingdom, like trying to build our own denominations. So those kind of issues at home has been found. Yeah. And number 2 is conflict in the mission field. We found some conflict in the mission field, like sheep stealing, overlapping, and then conflict in other issues. And then we have challenges of mission mentality. We don't have like our mentality is we are too much towards we have been too much towards our own community or own denominations, and we are not able to collaborate properly. That is another thing that we found. And the negative response about negative things that we have for collaboration. So those are the 4 barriers that we have found. So those barriers, how do we identify, how do we bring solution? Like our Pastor Corella said, they found the problem and they brought solution. So my solution that I brought in this is, in the first section, we have problem, means issues at home because of what is that? Honor shame culture. We have honor shame culture, and that honor shame culture we have to deal with the culture of Jesus Christ coming into our lives. So in that honor shame, in order to bring solution, we need Bible study. Like I clearly defined intensive Bible study and discipleship and mentorship. These are the things that we have to bring to solve the problem of barriers in Naga society, in the Naga churches. One is we need to have intensive Bible study, and then second is we need to have discipleship and mentorship. So those are the things that I discussed in my paper. The first one. The second was contextualized factors and requirement of collaboration. I found out that we need a platform like functions for mission information center. So if we have a mission information center, this contextualized factors, this collaboration communication problem that we are facing will be solved. So this is the thing that I discussed, and in that I used two model of communication. First model of communication is Shannon and Weaver communication model. Second is Relay communication model. So I used 2 communication model to deal with the contextualized factors required for collaboration, since we need a platform for communication. Okay, the third one, effective functional for collaboration. In this, I discussed that we need prototypes of collaboration. We need to bring, we need to show that collaboration platforms are possible. So those are the things that I brought, and I brought implementing a common goal for the mission. Set goals or visions that are possible for our Naga people or Naga churches to work together. And the functions recommended for collaborative programs. So there are functions that will help these collaborative programs in different stages, like NGF, what is that? join Christian forum and theological seminaries or interdenominational platforms or schools and anywhere. So those are the platforms that I recommended to discuss on that about collaboration and the promotion of collaboration. Next. And the global implications, so these are the things that I discussed with collaborative ideas in it. Now, next. So the conclusion is the steps for implementing collaborative platform. Now, so I found out the problems and then the requirements and the factors, functional things that I found. So now what shall I do? So I brought a step for implementing collaborative platform. Can you please go to the next slide? Steps to collaborate in interdenominational collaboration. This one, number one is to promote. Like we need to promote the advantage of collaboration, the opportunities of collaboration, and the prototype of collaborative organization. So where do we promote? We have to promote the leaders and seminaries and young generations that are coming up. And the second, to improve. So to improve, we need to have training centers, training programs, consultations, and dialogue and communications among the denominations. So in order to do that, we need to reach out to mission secretaries, boards, and seminarians. And number three, to maintain missionary information center has to be formed. Missionary information, mission strategy, and network has to be done. So in order to do that, we need to have a common platform. So these are the things, the steps to improve. These are the steps to interdenominational collaboration. The next, previous slide. Among these, I have found, when we are discussing among the 22 people, I think 9, 10, I don't have the number here. So this is the number of people who say the possibility of having a collaborative platform. This is the people who says, it may happen, it may not happen. This is the people who says, I think it's not possible at all according to their understanding. So this is the graph. So the possibility and the possibility and neutral is bigger, so higher. So I think we have the possibility to have collaborative platform. And this is the category of people. So which group of people should be targeted? We need to target the young generation. We have to reach out to them, and the present leaders to talk about the initiations of these things, and the future leaders. We have to target the future leaders as well. So I think young generation and future leaders, somehow it's intertwined together. But so these are the findings that, in short, so I'm concluding. In short, these are the findings. I think some of you who doesn't know grounded theory will be very confusing, but who knows about this will be able to follow with me. So these are the things that I brought up with my thesis.